This is Module 4, Lesson 3 homework, and we're working still with division and turning division into fractions, and then checking our work. So for number 1, A, it's already been done for you, so I'll just kind of walk through the process. We have a division expression, which is 4 divided by 3. If we were to draw this out the way that we learned yesterday, with 4 boxes, and we are going to divide it up into 3 equal groups, we would then take our 4 pieces and divide them up into thirds so that we could distribute those thirds into 3 equal groups, which we would have 1, 2, 3. So I have 4 thirds here, 4 thirds here, and 4 thirds here. So what I've done here is I've created 12 thirds, and then we've divided those 12 thirds up into 3 so that we can put it in unit form. It's very clear that it's 4 thirds. So we come over here, our improper fraction is 4 thirds. 4 thirds is a mixed number, is 1 and 1/3. We can then go and do our division, say that 3 goes into 4 one time, 1 times 3 is 3, with 1/3 left over. And then when we do our check, we're going to go 1 times 1 and 1/3 equals 1 and 1/3 plus 1 and 1/3 plus 1 and 1/3, which equals 3 plus 1/3, which is 3 plus 1, which is 4. So that should match our whole. So when we go down here, we can see that we have, let's see, they don't give us the division expression and they don't give us how many fifths we have, but they do give us our improper fraction, which we could work backwards from. So we can say that 5 times 1 is 5 plus 2 is 7, so I have 7 fifths. So I know that I have 7 fifths, and I have 7, divided by 5. Now, if I take 7 pieces and divide them up into fifths, I'm going to have 35 fifths. So 35 fifths divided by 5 is 7 fifths, so that all checks out. And then when we go over here, we're going to say that we have 7 divided by 5. So 5 goes into 7 one time. 1 times 5 is 5, with 2 left over. And we're talking about fifths, so we have 2 fifths. And then we can go and do 5 times 1 and 2 fifths equals 1 and 2 fifths plus 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 1 and 2 fifths, which gives us 5 and 10 fifths, but we can't leave that like that. So 5 goes into 10 2 times, giving us 2 more wholes, which gives us 7. So that's how we're breaking those apart. When we go over to the word problems, I will do 2A for you. So a coffee shop uses 4 liters of milk every day. If there are 15 liters of milk in the refrigerator, how many days more milk will need to be purchased? Explain how you know. So if I am starting off with 15 liters divided by 4, which will give me, let's see, if there are 15 liters of milk in the refrigerator, after how many days will more milk? Okay, so we have 15. We're trying to figure out how many days this will last. I'm sorry, it's early. So 15 divided by 4. Well, I know 4 goes into 15 3 times. 3 times 4 is 12. With 3 left over, so I have 3 3/4. So after 3 days, we're going to need to buy more so that we have enough to get through the next day. I could explain this by doing that. I could also check my work. I could say that I have 15. I could go ahead and draw out all 15 of them, divide them into fourths, and show the groups. And then for letter B, it says if only half as much milk is used each day, after how many days will more milk need to be purchased? So we're saying that they use 4 liters a day up top, so now we're going to divide that by 2 and say that we're going to use 2 liters a day. So 15 divided by 2, we would take our 2, see how many times it goes into 15. We have 7. 7 times 2 is 14 and 1/2. And then we could do our check on that. So after 7.5 days, we would need to purchase more milk.